So the naval combat in Assassin's Creed 3 is a huge part of our game. There's a couple of missions that are on the mainline path when you acquire the boat, and some pivotal moments of history like the Battle of Chesapeake Bay. But then you have a few hours of side content that you can engage in when you want. So there's a variety, there's a narrative thread that you can go through and chase your nemesis on the sea. There's also a bunch of privateer missions where you can go out and just basically engage in freeform combat and other tasks. So it's a huge part of our game, but it's mostly optional. You're going to get a really satisfying conclusion out of this. It's a standalone game in a sense. Like, newcomers to the series are going to get an introduction that gets them up to speed on where we are, and it's a whole package in itself. But I can't tell you how it's going to end, or how the apocalypse is going to factor into it, or whether or not it's going to factor into it. Desmond is going to return. He's more important than ever. But yeah, you're going to be there, you're going to be playing as him, and you're going to be doing stuff that you've never done with him before. We tried at some point a scalping mechanic, and we found that it really didn't feed the character of Connor. And when we were talking to our Mohawk consultants, it was something that they didn't really do that often. So giving that to the player and having like this really brutal, horrible moment where it's all incredibly messy and barbaric in a sense. It's right on the boundaries of what we wanted to provide to the player. So we tried it out, we built it, and when we were playing it, we realized hey, this doesn't really fit into our game, so we're going to take it out. There are a couple of people that you do have to assassinate that will be British, but you won't be only assassinating Brits. And we've also built a lot of non-lethal ways of taking out opponents. So if you use your fists in the game, you'll knock people out and leave them essentially rolling around agonizing. You can also use your poison darts, which are sleeper darts now. So they'll make people sort of like get drunk and then just fall down and pass out. So we have different ways of playing non-lethally, which will give you more options about how to approach. So in the early stage of the game, if you want to avoid conflict or only take out the critical targets, that's totally up to you. It's coming out October 31st on the PlayStation and Xbox, a couple weeks later on the PC and the Wii U when it's announced.